crowd here.
Lana McCarthy jumping center, wins tip, and Kate Allard gets it over to Lila Stein, who fakes somebody out of her shoes, and now Stein will drive the lane. Kick outside to Allard, who gets it back to Stein up top. Lila yo-yoing the ball up and down, just getting underway here at the Bedford High Gym. Find Lana McCarthy down low, misses with the left hand, and back the other way comes Merrimack. It'll be Velusi over to the corner to Sadwani. Her jumper is long, rebound taken there by Bournemouth. And then driving and a jumper out of the hand of McCaffrey. Missed the rebound there to Kazajanski. And Bedford back the other way. 40 seconds in, no score here in the first. Bedford Bulldogs hosting the Merrimack Tomahawks.
Both teams have come out in a man-to-man defense. Trying to apply pressure all over the half court here.
Entry pass down low, knocked away. Merrimack comes back the other way. On the fast break, it's Velusi with it outside the three-point line. Crossover now back up top over to the far side to Best. And now down into the corner to Velusi again. Her three misses. McCarthy with the rebound.
That was a great crossover. I appreciate you saying that, as Emma Velusi was trying to shake her defender.
I thought it was Tim Hardaway for a second.
Yeah, killer crossover.
That was nice. To the far side to Kazajanski, and Bedford having a tough time getting it down to McCarthy, even though she's got about 7 inches on the Merrimack crew. And just like that, that double team yields a two-pointer from Kate Allard. First points of the game, a minute and a half in.
Yeah, I've remarked about Lana McCarthy's ability to finish with her right hand and left hand, and I'm starting to see more and more of that from Kate Allard, too, the phenomenal freshman who's broken into the starting lineup.
I will say those two with regularity are in this gym when nobody else is, or select few are, and that hard work certainly shows.
Yeah, working on their touch around the rim.
Kick to the outside, McCaffrey's three, misses. McCarthy fights for the rebound, can't get it, and it looks like it was knocked out of Bedford's hands, and Merrimack will have it. For our Merrimack viewers who may be confused as to why we are talking so much on a TV broadcast, it's also simulcast on WBNH Bedford 105.1, so we have to broadcast as if nobody can actually see what's going on.
It's a delicate balance, right? You want to give enough information, but still describe the play, not be annoying to the TV audience. Stein with a pickpocket.
Stein steals it, goes into the front court, gets her pocket picked right back by McCaffrey, and Merrimack into the front court. Bournemouth with it, down on the baseline, guarded by Kazajanski, and now we'll try a little hook from the baseline. Kevin Gibbs thinking she traveled, the foul not, or the infraction not called. So the ball in the front court, Kazajanski, Mumpini a three. Safia's three is long. McCarthy the rebound, misses the putback. There she's got a pair of rebounds. Merrimack will come back the other way. 2-0 Bedford, 5:15 left here in the first. As Velusi drives the lane, can't make the shot. And McCarthy fights for the rebound, it gets knocked away. And they will say that it is off Merrimack. I don't know that I'm in complete agreement, but.
It would have been either McCarthy's third rebound or deflected off of a Merrimack player. So the referee gave it to Bedford coming out of bounds, so they'll bring it into the front court.
2-0, 5 minutes left here in the first. Stein dribbles with the left, kicks it over to the near side. Allard, the jumper, is good. It kind of nestled itself in on the inside of that right hand of that rim. Kate Allard's got 4, the only points of the game.
Smooth touch, nice high arc, got a little bit of a friendly bounce there, but that rim is wide for a purpose there. Now Lana McCarthy gets a tie up.
Nice D by Safia Mumpini initiating that tie up, and then Lana McCarthy finishing the job. Each of them will be credited with half a sack. 4:41 left here in the first. Bedford on top 4-0.
A good 3 minutes, 20 seconds in, and we've only had 2 baskets, both by Kate Allard. And slow scoring start to this game.
Merrimack playing some very good D. Bournemouth dribbles to the left. McCarthy rejects it out of bounds. And that is her first.
Yeah, that was with authority, too. That wasn't just a tip. She was trying to send that into the second row.
The student section underneath the basket likes it. Everybody else in the student body must have homework. Teachers, stop giving so much homework. Dribbling into the lane is Sadwani, misses the shot. The rebound, Allard. And back the other way comes Lila Stein. Bedford on top 4-0, 4:18 left in the first. Mumpini over to the far side to McCarthy. McCarthy thought about a spin move, gets it back to Mumpini. Nice little J, misses long. And the rebound to Velusi, who seemingly is everywhere. Gets it to McCaffrey up front, to Bournemouth up top. A long three for her off the back iron. The rebound there to Kate Allard, and Bedford will come back the other way. Allard, Mumpini, down low, McCarthy. Shot missed by Lana, back the other way. Comes Merrimack. You would think on paper, with her being guarded by two shorter players, that as Madison McCaffrey makes a bucket, that Lana would have a field day, but they are strong players, and they're doing a great job of just forcing her away from the basket, using the lower body to just get her out of her comfort zone a bit.
Yeah, they've started to ignore the art of the entry pass, right? Let Lana get a good position down low on the blocks, get her in a spot where she likes to work, be patient on that entry pass, and then let Lana go to work. Let her make a move, getting into the lane, going away from the basket, going towards the basket, whatever she'd like to do. But it seems like they've been settling for a couple of outside shots here, and not necessarily their strong point. I have to compliment Madison McCaffrey right there on that driving layup. It was a great hesitation move out by the three-point line, stunned her defender, and allowed her just enough space to get by and make good on that lay-in. So we have a 4-2 lead for the Bulldogs. Only 6 points scored in the first 4.5 minutes here.
And Merrimack comes out of that timeout in a full court press, and Bedford a little bit confused. Mumpini to Kazajanski, now on the fast break. Bedford to McCarthy over on the far side, to Mumpini up top, loses control, might have double dribbled. The ref seemed like he wanted to call it. Allard winds up with it on the near side, just inside the three-point line, makes a bucket. Makes it 6-2 Bedford, 3:20 left in the first.
There's that smooth shot by Allard again. She works hard on that form, gets enough arc on it, buries those open J's.
Bournemouth on the give and go, misses the shot. Bedford back the other way. A long pass to Kazajanski, goes off her fingers out of bounds, and it'll be Merrimack ball, 3:11 left in the first.
Catherine Pennick will check in for Emma Kazajanski.
Senior for senior. Stein doing a good job playing point guard in the absence of Sydney Grogan. Nothing like trial by fire. McCaffrey, a long three, a bit long. McCarthy the rebound again. And quickly into the front court is Stein, almost lost her footing. McCarthy with it up top. Crossover dribble. Try a little J.
Great
Instead,
pass.
great pass out of that double team to Kate Allard, who now has 8. 8 for Kate, 8-2 Bedford, 2:40 left in the first. Nice J by Sadwani from the far side. And that was a very quick possession, but it makes it 8-5. 2:30 left in the first.
Sniping from the outside is Sadwani, but I have to give credit to Lana McCarthy on that spin back. She saw the double team come and saw the cutting Allard and made an outstanding pass.
Lana with it in the paint, out to Stein. Mumpini on the near side. Looked like she was poised to get the ball. Now she does. Lila Stein did what I would have done, except I would have made the wrong choice. And Kate Allard, another J for Bedford. She makes it 10-5.
With so much focus being put on Lana McCarthy, Kate Allard has found some daylight here and made good. And now Sadawani buries another three.
Dang, nice arc under that one. A lot of confidence, makes it 10-8. Sadwani's got 6. Stein to McCarthy. McCarthy into the paint. Crossover dribble with the left hand. Got somebody open. It's Mumpini on the near side. Her J is long. McCarthy the rebound. And we'll try a little hook off the glass. It's good. Lana McCarthy has 2 points, 5 rebounds, and a block. Makes it 12-8 Bedford, 1:30 left in the first. Kicked over to the far side. Sadwani again. Might have gotten away with a travel. And a little floating J from the elbow, missed, but she gets fouled. Will go to the line and shoot 2.
And she got whacked by Mumpini as she made that up fake, stepped around. Got Mumpini up in the air, drew the contact, and is able to go to the line.
However, they gave it to Lana.
Oh, 31. Jeez, I thought it was 13.
Yep, palindrome. Confusing.
I wonder if the ref was confused or maybe the scoring table was confused. That looked like it was Mumpini on the foul. But
when he came over, he signaled 31, so if anything, it was on him. And that second one, long off the back iron. Pennick gets the rebound, tied up by Bournemouth, and it'll be Bedford ball after the arrow. So Sadwani makes 1 of 2, has 7. 12-9 Bedford, 1:22 left in the first. I am impressed with this Merrimack team coming in 7-6 against a very good Bedford team, but this is one of those crazy weeks in the season where they're going to have 3 games, the Bulldogs will. And so it's kind of about how do you keep as much gas in the tank as you can.
That third game of the week will be Friday. We'll broadcast that here as the Dover squad will come on a visit.
Allard with it into the front court,
Ooh.
and they say that she player control fouled herself. Kaylee Bormuth is the one who drew that. Yep, was just waiting for it to show up on the scoreboard, bless you. 12-9 Bedford, 1:10 left here in the first. And Mumpini does a nice job stealing the ball from Sadwani. Now gets it to Pennick, back to Stein. And Stein with it, crosses the timeline. A minute left in the first, Bedford on top by 3, 12-9. Stein picks up her dribble, finally finds Mumpini. And Safia loses the ball out of bounds, but was fouled there by Alexis Best. He didn't signal a number, he just said blue guard, right?
No, he said 4, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alexis Best definitely got the foul there.
She was the only one there.
Coach Gibbs is getting a little saucy here. He wants his team to be performing a little better than they are right now. Another great look down low by McCarthy. She had Pennick right under the basket, but Pennick couldn't handle the pass.
McCarthy did a nice job passing out of the double team, but Pennick, I don't think was expecting it. And it kind of dropped her hands a little bit, and it was a little shade low. Tough one to come up with. 12-9 Bulldogs here, 37 seconds left in the first, and another 3 out of the hands of Sadwani. Knots it up, 12 apiece. She's got 10, does Shannon Sadwani. Nice play knocking the ball away by Lexi Best.
Some athletic players here on the Merrimack squad, extending their defense and making it tough for the Bulldogs to score.
And with 20 seconds left, I have a feeling that Bedford will play for the last shot unless something good comes up. 12 apiece. Ball to Pennick on the baseline, down to McCarthy. A little jumper from the paint, missed. Rebound McCarthy, that one missed. And knocked out of bounds there by Merrimack, or was it? Bedford comes up with the ball, loses it to Merrimack. They got a chance at a 3 at the buzzer, or 2, I should say. And that one misses out of the hands of Aluzzi. But I will say this, Corey, far more than we would have expected in the first 8 minutes of basketball, and 2 players accounted for, 83% of the points.
Great math right there. I thought you said you didn't like math, but 10 points by Sadwani and 10 points by Allard. The other 4 points, 2 by Madison McCaffrey for Merrimack and 2 by Lana McCarthy. And yes, we're getting scoring from unexpected places here tonight. And it's refreshing to see, especially with Shannon Sadwani burying 3 threes from the outside, showing some great range and keeping her squad right in it with the Bulldogs.
I'll tell you what, it really seemed like Merrimack was going to be on the ropes early on. I think what we saw for the biggest margin was 8-2. And the threes by Sadwani really made a difference in just getting them that jolt of energy and getting them back in the game quickly.
Three-point ball has changed the game of basketball, and if your team is good at scoring them, if you have specific individuals or team shooting, you can make a huge difference. We're seeing that play out tonight.
So with that, I will turn things over to my broadcast partner, Corey Munster-Tiger, for the play-by-play of period number 2.
We see some substitutions as Ava Dubois comes in. She passes into Stein. Stein brings it into the front court, lobs it inside for Kate Allard. Allard unable to make good on the lay-in, got her own rebound, fights for a second rebound, and now passes to Mumpini, who gets into the lane for a short jumper, and that's short off the rim. Second one is good, though, and Mumpini has 2. And the Bulldogs have a 2-point lead.
It is the Byron Scott method. Shoot until you make it, and then don't stop shooting until you don't make it.
Well, not bad, as Sadwani is going to continue to shoot while she makes it. And she now has 12. Stein into the front court, setting up the offense. Mumpini dribbles right, passes down low to Ava Dubois. She can't handle that pass, and it gets tied up for a jump ball.
It is interesting. Sometimes you look at these rosters and you say, all right, 5'2" senior, and you're expecting a point guard who's just going to drive and dish. And then you got Sadwani, who is an ace from the outside.
And that range is going to open up driving lanes for her as she attacks the basket. We're going to see that evolve throughout the game here. Mumpini comes up with a steal. She's out on the break. Dishes ahead to Dubois. Her lay-in is no good. Offensive rebound by Stein. Her lay-in is no good. And now Sadawani is into the break. She'll wait for reinforcements. Dishes up top to McCaffrey. McCaffrey gets to the elbow. Her shot is short. Rebounded by Allard.
Sort of odd thing for Bedford and something that we haven't seen a whole lot of. I don't have any stats and neither do you, but my numbers or my perception of the team is that they're a team that shoots very well ordinarily, but tonight they are not.
Well, and particularly on their layups, they've missed many of these putbacks that normally go for them, as Kaylee Bournemouth makes good on an excellent pass down low. And Merrimack has a 16-14 lead. Mumpini drives to the lane, gets in strong off the backboard, too strong as it bounces and rattles out. McCaffrey comes into the offensive end for the Tomahawks. Cross-court pass. Looking for some cutters through the lane. And Coach Duggan is going to call a timeout with 5:46 left here in the first half. He holds a 16-14 lead, but he wasn't necessarily pleased with his offensive motion there.
And another piece to look at, his offense has been moving very well. I mean, so he must have seen something he didn't like and called that timeout. But since Bedford was up 8-2, Merrimack on a 14-6 run, a bit surprising. And if you're Coach Gibbs, truly at this point, your team's getting the looks, and they're getting down low, and they're doing a nice job controlling the offensive glass. Where they're struggling truly is just putting the ball in the bottom of the hoop.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we just mentioned, their shots are not falling, particularly on the offensive putbacks. They've gotten 2, 3, and 4 looks, and they're really struggling to finish. In this case, I think Coach Duggan might have just seen that he was his starting lineup, which has played, I believe, the entire first half here, was starting to get a bit tired, so took a timeout for that reason. Quick programming update. We will have girls hockey, Bedford girls hockey against Concord tomorrow night, as well as the girls basketball game back here in the gym on Friday night against Dover. That will be on TV and radio. The hockey game will just be on TV. Some action down low. We do get a turnover here, and the Bulldogs will come back to the offensive end. 5:23 to go in the first half. Stein looks for cutting Allard. She gets mauled down low by Kaylee Bournemouth. And that will be Bournemouth's first foul. Team's second foul. So as you mentioned early on, the play down low has been very physical. Bournemouth, a strong player, and has not been allowing the Bedford Bigs to establish position down low. Inbound pass to Allard. Back to Mumpini. Her three-pointer. No good. Allard with the offensive rebound. Finds Dubois. Down to Pennick along that baseline. Her pass up top is batted away.
And for Merrimack, they're really packing that paint in, but what that does, it exposes you to outside shots, which Bedford hasn't really hit anything of or much at all of, and the long rebound as well. Both of those happen there.
Right, we saw Allard hit a couple of mid-range jumpers early on, but that has since dried up. Mumpini drives baseline. Her floater's no good. Rebounded by McCaffrey, and she gets out onto the front half of the court for them. Cutter down low. Bournemouth is fouled on her way to the rim. Kate Allard will pick up her second. 3 fouls on the team now. Doesn't seem like we'll be in team foul trouble, but Allard has picked up 2 here in the first half. Looks like McCarthy will come back in along with Sydney Suazo for the Bulldogs. Allard and Mumpini will take a seat. Bournemouth's first is good. She now has 3 points. And she'll step to the line for the back end here.
The lone fan in the student section screaming.
That one fan made a best attempt, but
yes,
it was to no avail. Bulldogs into the front court now. Little pick and roll with McCarthy and Stein. Stein picks up her dribble and then travels.
I approve of the pick and roll. It was a nice, strong pick set by Alana McCarthy. Could have used the roll to the hoop after that.
You know, I actually have to applaud the Merrimack defense on that, as they had 3 defenders right there. So even if McCarthy had rolled to the hoop there was a backup defender waiting for that roll. And that might be necessary for the Bulldogs to clear out there. A steal by McCarthy here sends the Bulldogs back on offense. Stein didn't see Sadawani coming from behind. It gets tipped away and a steal for Sadawani. Still, 18-14 now. Tomahawks lead by 4. Miss a layup here, and it's back to the offensive end. Stein to DuBois. She runs into traffic down low. Gets called for a double dribble, but that ball seemed to have popped away after a contact.
Yeah, that was a strange call.
Either way, it's Tomahawks ball. 3:50 to go here in the first half, and they hold an 18-14 lead. Veluzzi over to McCaffrey. She pulls from 3, no good. Too strong. Pennick with the rebound. She outlets to Stein, and Stein brings it forward to set up the offense. Quickly over to DuBois. Her shot is too strong. Pennick with the offensive board and the putback and the foul on Bournemouth, as Bournemouth picks up the second in this first half.
And that's going to be a piece to watch, because Kaylee Bournemouth has done a very good job defensively for Merrimack. If she winds up picking 3 up, she's going to have to be a little bit more tentative on D, which may open things up down in the paint for Lana McCarthy and crew.
I agree. She's done an outstanding job thus far, playing physical defense without fouling. Pennick's old-fashioned three-point play is good, and the Tomahawks lead by 1, 18-17. Bournemouth from outside, step inside the three-point line, no good. McCarthy with the rebound. Outlet to Stein. Stein gets bumped along the near sideline, no call. DuBois at the three-point line sees Sydney Suazo down low, but her pass is tipped away by McCaffrey. The Bulldogs will keep possession and inbound from under their offensive basket. Mumpini will now check in for DuBois. 3:04 left to go here in the first half. The Tomahawks visiting Bedford lead 18-17.
16-6 run before that three-point play by Pennick.
Sydney Suazo's shot on the inbound is no good, but McCarthy gets the rebound and the putback, and the Bulldogs regain the lead 19-18.
Lana, 4 points, 9 boards to this point.
Kaylee Smith around the outside. Three-point shot there by Best is no good. Rebound Pennick. Stein into the front court. Finds Mumpini. They want to set up their offense. Stein drives hard. Dishes to Mumpini. Cross court to McCarthy. Fakes the pass. Little jumper in the lane is no good, but she gets her own rebound. The putback is no good. And those are the shots that we're talking about. The rebounds and putbacks that are normally going tonight are not falling. Some nifty dribbling here by Veluzzi. McCaffrey now. Great dish down low to Bournemouth, no good. McCarthy with the rebound. Since I have a CPA sitting next to me keeping stats, I can't say that that was her 42nd rebound on the night.
I mean, you can say whatever you want. Numbers don't mean anything anymore. I thought that might have been a travel, but...
Sure looked like it. Rebound goes to Veluzzi. She's quick into the front court, dishes out wide. Three-point shot is good by Alexis Best. Great shot there from the outside. As Veluzzi drove, drew 2 and attention, and Best was able to get open on that far side deep in the corner. 21-19, the Tomahawks lead the Bulldogs with 1:41 left in the first half.
And Merrimack doing what they've done, scoring 12 of their 21 points by way of three-pointers. Makes a big difference, and it's a big dagger for Bedford when you have to fight as hard as they have to come up with even that 3 from Pennick, and then right back the other way comes Merrimack and knocks down their 3.
Do we call this the Steph Curry effect?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, the man has changed basketball as we think of it it's all about three-pointers and layups. The mid-range jumper has effectively died in basketball, especially when you have people that can knock them down like Alexis Best and Shannon Sadawani have done this evening for the Tomahawks.
I will say for a lot of us, the allure, a lot of us who aren't like 6'2", the allure of the three-pointer has always been there.
Okay, fair enough.
Steph Curry just mainstreamed it.
That's fair. That's fair. And if you shoot 40% like he can, why do you want to shoot a mid-range jumper? As McCarthy lays it in with her left hand, the score is knotted at 21. 1:20 left here in the first half. Kaylee Smith quickly over to Veluzzi. That ball knocked around a little bit. Veluzzi gets the ball back and will draw a foul on Lana McCarthy, her second.
The other thing that sort of mainstreamed the three-pointer was the fact that on these courts it's 19-9. The NBA used to be 23-9. I mean, that's dialing long distance.
That is.
And the NBA brought theirs in. But back in the days of Michael Cooper shooting threes for the Lakers, Dennis Johnson shooting them for the Celtics, you earned your 3 points.
Well, we prefer to think about Larry Bird shooting those. Dennis Johnson, come on. Hey, good player in his own right, but
Larry Bird, I think of him more along the baseline in the paint.
Fair enough. Veluzzi knocks down her 2 free throws and restores the lead at 2 for the Tomahawks. Stein up top now, drives righty. Her crossover dribble gets ripped away, and Kaylee Smith comes away with that loose ball. Bless you this time. Sadawani drives, dishes to McCaffrey. McCaffrey deep three-pointer, and it's good. Wow. That was from Merrimack where she scored that.
That is a Steph Curry. That is a three that Steph Curry would be proud of.
There you go.
Clay would have shot that thing.
We're staying topical here. We're going to get a foul here on Veluzzi. Her first of the game. And you're absolutely right. That deep three-pointer by McCaffrey was near the logo, and Steph Curry would have been proud on the range she exhibited there. So 26-21 is the Merrimack lead. Suazo steps in, shoots the open J, and that's good. Suazo on the board with her first 2, and the lead is cut to 3. 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Sadawani drives hard, high off the glass, and that goes. Sadawani with 14.
And when you take a shot like that, you're feeling it.
Yeah, bit of a heat check there. Allard for 3 now. Her shot's short, bounces around. 4 seconds left. Ball poked from behind. Suazo will take one at the buzzer, and that is short. But the Tomahawks come out of the first half with a 28-23 lead, and will be pleased with a 5-point lead heading into halftime. Welcome back here to Bedford High School in Bedford, New Hampshire, as the Bulldogs are playing host to the visiting Merrimack Tomahawks in a girls basketball tilt here. Merrimack Tomahawks hold the lead at halftime, 28-23, behind some great outside shooting from Shannon Sadawani and Madison McCaffrey, paired with some excellent defense. Bedford's inability to finish inside has led them to only 23 points at halftime. What do you expect to see here in the second half? My broadcast partner, Lauren Fox.
Well, Corey, I expect to see more made high percentage shots from Bedford. The percentages just seem like they will go that way in the second half. And it's not changing a game plan, it's just making shots.
We start the second half here
as I say that, Lana McCarthy misses a hook.
The inside shot.
Eventually the worm will turn.
Twist back into the lane, but we do pick up a quick foul on Lila Stein, her first of the game, on her pursuit of the offensive rebound. I believe she whacked Madison McCarthy, who's going to take a trip to the side, as I think she took a shot to the nose.
You and I both know what that feels like.
Not good.
Nope.
Not good. Bournemouth has the ball up top for the Tomahawks. She dishes outside. It eventually makes it around to Veluzzi. Her shot is too strong. Rebounded by
Lana McCarthy.
Of course.
There are a couple things that Bedford's going to need to do in this, and they trail by 5, 7:24 left in the third. One is close out on those outside shots, switch effectively on D. So that's like one. And the other piece is make your high percentage shots.
Or make your long range shots, as
Yep.
Lila Stein does from the top of the key. That three is good and brings the Bulldogs to within 2, 28-26.
That shot attempt was directly a result of Lana McCarthy being present in the key, picking up a double team, and Mumpini saw Lila Stein, and Lila was open, knocked it down.
You say double, I say triple team, as they were playing a zone defense down by that basket. We get a tie up here, and the Tomahawks will retain possession. 28-26, a 2-point lead for the Tomahawks, and they'll inbounds under their offensive basket.
Well,
Bulldogs switch quickly into a 2-3 zone.
That was the first made three of the game for Bedford, so they really hadn't given Merrimack a reason to play them outside at all.
Absolutely. Scramble here for the ball. Last touch by the Tomahawks, say the referees.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Kazajanski happening on that one and making the decision not to touch it because nothing good was going to happen if she did.
So Lila Stein brings it into the front court, picks up a pick. Her inbound pass, her entry pass to McCarthy is tipped away, and the Tomahawks come back on the offensive end. Sadawani, the offensive spark for the Tomahawks with the ball. Dishes to Bournemouth. Now over to Veluzzi. She drives righty, behind the back. Now crossover dribble, gets into the lane, high up off the board. It does not go, but Bournemouth has it go off her leg on the attempt for the offensive rebound. So the Bulldogs dodge a little bit of a bullet there. And Stein will bring it to the front court.
Looks like Madison McCaffrey's doing all right.
Stein's three-pointer is no good. It's good to see that McCaffrey is doing okay.
Brief consult with Bedford's head athletic trainer, Eric Gelinas. And Eric, who is a member of the Safe Sports Network, doing his part to get her back in action quickly.
And safely.
Right. Eric is one of the best in the business, I will tell you that.
Foul on Stein leads to another Merrimack possession. Great to hear that Eric is on top of things. Quick transition up, Mumpini up into transition. She gets whacked on the lay-in attempt by Kaylee Smith. And Mumpini will go to the line with a chance to tie it up.
In college, she would have been flying into the marching band. Here, she was just almost flying into the student section. I don't know how she stopped quickly enough not to fly into the lift line.
Or the Spirit team that's usually under the basket there. Her first is good. Mumpini has three now. Substitution is made as McCaffrey comes back in quickly, and Smith will take a seat for the Tomahawks. Mumpini's second is good, and we have a tie ball game at 28. So 5 quick points here by the Bulldogs in the first 2 minutes of play in the second half, and Tomahawks have yet to score. So we do have a tie ball game at 28. McCaffrey gets open for a jumper, and that is good, and restores the 2-point lead. 7 points for McCaffrey. 5:30 to go here in the third quarter with the Tomahawks with that 2-point lead. Stein comes into the front court. Cross-court pass to Allard. They look to get it to McCarthy. Now they do. Entry pass from Mumpini is tipped away by Bournemouth. And again, we're seeing that excellent defense by Bournemouth that we've seen all night. We get a travel call here on Madison McCaffrey as she tried to jump stop but didn't have quite control of the ball. Leads to too many steps. So turnover on one side leads to a turnover on the other, and now Stein brings it back up court. Stein looks low. No good. Back up top to Allard. She waits. Single dribble back to Stein now. She resets the offense. Allard gets position. Down to Stein. Pick play up top. Stein lefty dribble to the top of the key. Allard's wide open under the key, but they're double teaming McCarthy, and they don't see her. McCarthy now gets the ball. Quick pass over to Allard. Excellent pass by McCarthy. And Allard lays it in with the left for her 12th point and a 30-30 tie.
Lana had picked up where Kate Allard was and saw that play happen before it even happened and immediately knew when she touched it where she was going with it.
Bournemouth now shows some range. You're absolutely right. McCarthy with an excellent pass, and now Bournemouth shows the outside touch. Kazajanski spins in the lane on the entry pass and gets that one to fall. So Kazajanski's on the board with 2 and pulls the Bulldogs to within 1, 33-32. Veluzzi gets into the lane, high up off the glass, no good. Ball's tipped away from McCarthy by Bournemouth. Veluzzi gets a second shot at it, no good. Rebound Stein, and they're out into transition. They find Mumpini, jump stop. Jumper is good along that far sideline. Mumpini has 6, and the Bulldogs have their first lead in quite some time, 34-33.
And that's where the little things become big things. Safia makes a little 15-footer. Now you got to respect that. Leaves Lana open, possibly down low.
McCaffrey lines up a 3. Pulls no good. Allard with the board for the Bulldogs. Mumpini in the front court now. Back to Stein. She has the ball top of the key. Pressured there by Sadawani. Now Allard. She'll back her way down a little bit. Hands off to Kazajanski, and we're going to get a foul by Alexis Best as she reached on the way by. Best's second foul on the evening. And she will come to the sideline as Kaylee Smith will check in for the Tomahawks. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Bulldogs cling to a 1-point lead that they have just recently established after trailing for much of the second quarter and third quarter. Mumpini's entry pass down to McCarthy. She is fouled on that entry pass. I believe Bournemouth is going to pick that up. Yes, it is Bournemouth, and she has her third foul. Third team foul here in the second half. And the Bulldogs will stack it up with 2 in the paint and 2 at the elbows. Stein gets the inbound pass.
Bournemouth still playing tough D. 3 fouls or not, she's still playing tough D on McCarthy.
Stein will pick up a foul on Kaylee Smith as she edged her way around. Smith stuck out her legs and will pick up the bump there. Mumpini inbounds to Stein now. Bulldogs still hold the 1-point lead at 34-33. And they set up their offense. Crossover dribble by Stein, gets into the lane. Lefty lane won't go. Bournemouth has the ball glance off of her hands on the defensive rebound, so the Bulldogs get another chance.
Bournemouth has been fun to watch down low. She's playing tough, has not let her energy dwindle at all, almost through 3 quarters of play.
Allard free for 3 in the corner. Bounces high up and no good. And McCarthy tips that out. So the Merrimack Tomahawks will take over. 2:26 left here in the third quarter. Bulldogs hoard a 34-33 lead. Veluzzi into the front court. McCaffrey now. Jab step, fake right. Back to the left. Now gets it up to Smith at the top of the key. She drives righty. Dishes outside to Sadawani. Her three-pointer rims in and out. And that would have been a tough one for the Bulldogs, but it does not go. Stein to McCarthy into the lane. Rolls back. Her jumper's no good. Rebounded by Allard. They get a second chance. Mumpini mid-range jumper, and that is good. Mumpini has 8, and the Bulldogs have a 3-point lead. 1:50 to go here in the third quarter. Bournemouth, lefty drive into the lane. Shot too strong. Dishes to Sadawani after an offensive rebound, and Sadawani makes good. Her first bucket of the second half. She has 16, and they pulled to within 1, 36-35. Just want to mention to all the fans out there, if you are coming to the games at the Bedford High School Gymnasium, our radio crew wants you to bring along a radio. I'm not sure how many people still have a radio, Harry.
That was going to be my next question, but yes.
But you can bring along a radio and tune into WBNH 105.1, local Bedford radio station, to hear the sweet sounds of Lauren Fox.
And Corey Munster Tiger.
Okay,
I used to absolutely love it when I was in Kansas City, and I knew the season ticket holders that would have the radio with them. And you could carry on conversations with people as the game's going on. Simply, you see somebody and you say something and you see them look up at you and make a signal. It's bizarre, but I don't think anybody's got radios anymore.
I think that works a lot better with baseball.
It
though,
does. It does. You have a lot of time to let the game breathe. And the other thing that we could do, we broadcast the games on the concourse as well down below.
Okay.
So you talk and let people know there were specials in the concession
right?
stand.
50-cent dog night,
Are we
right?
going to start talking about food again?
I don't
Where's
know,
Bill
maybe.
Jennings?
He's here. He's here.
Yep.
Look, he's already hungry.
I'm hungry again,
He's
Bill.
giving you the eye, like,
Yep.
man, don't make me salivate over here.
Yep,
I have a
nope.
mask on.
Yep.
So 1:30 to go here in the third quarter. The Bulldogs inbound, clinging to a 1-point lead. They bring it up court. Stein inbound, entry pass to McCarthy. Her hook shot is no good. Rebounded by McCaffrey. The Tomahawks have the chance to go back ahead. Veluzzi, crossover to another crossover, finds Bournemouth at the top of the key for three. No good. Stein with the rebound. Stein into transition, gets all the way in, kicks back out to Kazajansky, but that's picked off by Veluzzi. Veluzzi brings it ahead for Merrimack. Dish to Bournemouth on a great roll. Bournemouth finishes lefty, and the Tomahawks go back up by one, 37-36. Just under a minute to go here in the third.
Getting back to that turnover, I haven't seen a whole lot of good things happen in any of the games that I've watched recently when you go to pass after you leave your feet.
I mean, I told you, you used to have that T-shirt that said elevate and decide in the air.
I am that
Another
tall.
chip he missed by Lana McCarthy. Three-pointer by Kazajansky is good, though, they needed that bucket.
That's just strategy. You give up two to get three.
And those twos and threes have not been falling regularly. And we're going to get a foul here by the Bulldogs as they lead 39-37, 23 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And the foul, I believe, is going to be on Allard. 23 is the call, so Allard picks up her third.
Could have gotten either her or Safia Mampini for it, but Safia's got none. Kate now has three. I'm sure Coach Gibbs would have preferred evening out the score a little bit.
Inbounds play is foiled by Kazajansky as she gets her hand in the passing lane, deflecting the ball out of bounds. So we'll see a near sideline inbounds. McCaffrey finds Bournemouth, hand back to McCaffrey. She pulls from three long distance, short. Rebound Kate Allard. Outlet pass nearly stolen by Bournemouth. A couple of players up court, but Stein doesn't get a chance to get it to him. Mampini pulls from three. That is short. McCaffrey now, just over half court, pulls. It was good if it goes, but it is not good because it did not go. And we end the third quarter with a Bulldog lead of 39-37. And a Coach Gibbs that wants them to finish inside a lot more efficiently than they have so far.
I will say in that quarter, though, the Bulldogs managed to get it going a little bit better on offense. Their highest quarter total of the game, they outscored Merrimack in that stanza 16-9. And that's where we are now. They're up by 2 with 8 minutes left to go. And, if you're Coach Gibbs, too, you got to look at some of these close games, which they haven't had a ton of, as an opportunity to learn a little bit and see how people deal with a little bit of adversity during the game. And you'd rather them deal with that and you can see who's got the stomach for it now than in a couple weeks when it's playoff time.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes coaches say this was a good challenge, and sometimes you might even hear a coach say that was a good loss, right? You don't really commiserate with a good loss, and you hope it doesn't become a loss, but certainly these challenging games as they have to struggle through, maybe be behind by 5-10 points and then come back to win, that builds character and it builds that stamina as you enter that playoff time of the season.
Well, and it's a coach's job to sort of figure out when you need to praise somebody and when you need to help them develop a little bit, and this is the time of year when you need to do that. Bedford leads here in the fourth, 39-37.
I'll throw it back to Lauren Fox to close us out.
That was very formal of you.
Absolutely.
7:40 left here in the game. Mampini with the left hand tries a good shot with the left. It's blocked by Merrimack.
McCaffrey with the deflection there.
For Bedford on the floor right now, Kazajansky, Allard, Stein, McCarthy, Mampini, the 5 starters. Entry pass, or tried by Mampini, unable to succeed. Now Sadwani back the other way. Little layup runner is good. That gives her 18 and makes it 39 apiece. 7:20 left in the game.
Sadwani can score.
Man. Now Stein with a little jumper. That one's short. Sadwani the rebound. She is fast too.
Sure is. Nifty with the ball.
Veluzzi the crossover. Now tries the left hand. Shot missed. Stein gets the rebound. She's got a pile of rebounds tonight. Allard out ahead of the break, but Stein did not see her. Now over to the far side to Allard. 7 minutes left in the game. Tied at 39. Ball into McCarthy. Lana's got a shot at it. Instead looks to Kazajanski on the near side. Now back to Stein up top. And Bedford just trying to find a shot. Mumpini has the ball stolen from her by McCaffrey. And back the other way, Madison McCaffrey finds Bormuth on the break. The left hand of Bormuth, no good. It should have gone, but didn't. And back the other way, Bedford.
Looked like Kazajanski had a whole bunch of arm there on Bormuth too. Didn't get called for the foul. Mumpini now tries a little jumper, and that's no good.
And Merrimack the rebound, back the other way. McCaffrey into the front court with the left hand up top. Bormuth now to Veluzzi on the near side, misses the three. McCarthy fighting for the rebound with Bormuth, and they say it was off McCarthy's knee. And it'll be Merrimack ball. 6:14 left in the game, 39 apiece.
Bormuth scrapping again, getting after that offensive rebound. Caused that deflection by McCarthy and earns the Tomahawks another look at it.
Bormuth with it up top, draws McCarthy out, and miscommunication on that one. She was looking for Madison McCaffrey down in the corner, but McCaffrey had come in a little bit, so it'll fall harmlessly out of bounds. Bedford ball.
That's when your quarterback and your receiver are on a different page there. One's running an out, and one's expecting the fly.
Exactly. Call the audible at the line, and nobody knew what the other was doing. Stein down low to McCarthy. Now to Mumpini at the elbow. Safia's J misses. McCarthy the rebound. Gets absolutely hammered, and will go to the line and shoot two.
You say hammered. It looked like McCaffrey got a lot of ball from behind, but she does get called with the foul.
You know this, and I've probably committed more fouls in my briefer basketball career than you, but if you reach over, that's where the foul calls generally come from.
Yes, absolutely. If you keep your hands straight up in the air, the referees feel that you've established position, you're not reaching out and whacking the offensive player, you're going to get a free play there. But as soon as you make that angle toward the offensive player, you're going to get that call as Lana McCarthy misses both.
Back the other way, Veluzzi into the front court, right hand, little floater finger roll is good. And Veluzzi gets a bucket. She's got four. Merrimack leads 41-39.
Looked like there might have been a little extra step there, but didn't get called.
Ball stolen by Merrimack, and Bormuth will have it in the backcourt for Merrimack. 5.5 left in the game, 41-39 in favor of the Tomahawks. Now pass over to the near side. Knocked away there by Mumpini, but she towed the sideline. Couldn't save it, and it'll be Tomahawk ball, 5:23 left in the game. Bedford chasing two.
You know, one thing I'm starting to pick up on, and it is the fourth quarter, so I'm probably a little late here, but the Tomahawks are bringing more intensity to this game than the Bulldogs are. They want it. You can see it. They're driving hard. Their energy level is higher, and it's playing out here on the court.
Shot missed there by McCaffrey. Back the other way come Bulldogs. Stein into the front court, finds McCarthy up top. McCarthy, a J, misses. Allard the rebound. Putback is good. Cade Allard, a big bucket there. She's got 14. And back the other way come the Tomahawks.
Tie score now, 41-41.
Veluzzi crossover now with the left hand on the baseline. Shot missed. Bormuth does a nice job keeping it alive for Merrimack. McCaffrey, a J from the elbow, no good. Allard the rebound. Back the other way comes Bedford to Mumpini in the front court. Tied at 41, 4.5 left in the game. Ball to Allard on the near side. Down low, McCarthy. And Lana is dragged down. I'm believing it is McCarthy.
She got called for the offensive foul.
She got called for an offensive foul. That is truly interesting.
The referee's claiming she came across with her elbow, and McCarthy comes up limping here a bit.
I don't know that I saw that. I'm going to ask the guys in the truck to run that back for us, maybe.
I think it was just an angle thing. He was right on the baseline. I think he saw Lana McCarthy come around with the left elbow there that you and I might not have vision on, but he was very definite in his call as he came out very quickly. The defensive player did go down in a heap, and he was steadfast in his call on the offensive player control foul on McCarthy.
Good adjective. 41 apiece, 4:15 left here in the game. Sadwani over to the far side to Smith. Back up top, Bournemouth for Merrimack. Merrimack dribbling with the right, now the left. Great ball handling there by Veluzzi, and to Smith, to Best. Looking down low to Veluzzi, she's not there. Pennick into the game, by the way, replacing McCarthy. Tied 41 apiece. 4 minutes left in the fourth. Now it's Sadwani on the drive, misses the shot. Rebound Smith to Best on the near side. The three long. Mumpini gets the rebound. Stein with it, and Bedford will come back the other way. Stein to Allard in the front court, and it looked like Allard might have gotten nicked by the defender on the way by, but she was unable to get the shot up after she left the air, and the call is traveling. Merrimack ball, 3:41 left in the game. We're tied up.
Great outlet pass to Allard on the break. Had to lay in, but saw the defender flash in front of her face, decided to pull it down. And pulled it down for too long. It gets called for the travel.
Sadwani with it now, gets it over to the far side. McCaffrey, a deep three taken there. And in position to get the rebound was Bournemouth. She just wasn't boxed out. And Kate Allard with no choice other than knock the ball out of bounds. 3:25 left in the game. We're still tied at 41.
Good choice by Allard there, too. You know, you're in a tough spot defensively. Instead of giving up that rebound and potentially a putback, you'd knock it out of bounds.
Looked like Keely Smith got away with a double dribble on that one. Instead, Mumpini picks up the rebound after the missed shot. Lila Stein dribbling into the front court. I was not the only one who saw it. The fans also saw it.
No, there was some vocal response to that play.
Ball to Mumpini over on the far side. Safia to Allard, and looked like Mumpini was
hit by Veluzzi on the way by.
And she'll go to the line and shoot a 1-on-1, I think.
I think that might be their
Was that the
16th
sixth?
foul, yeah.
All right. I saw 6, and they didn't have it up yet, so I was assuming that it had already been put, or so I thought. 3 minutes left, tied at 41. Not a lot of offense here in the fourth. Kazajanski drives, misses the shot. Pennick misses the putback, and Catherine is fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2, trying to give Bedford a lead. And we talked about all the offense that we saw in period number 3, when Bedford scored 16 and Merrimack scored 9, 25 points there. We're 5 minutes into this fourth quarter, and both teams between them have 6.
Yikes.
Either that's inefficient offense or good defense. You take your pick, depending on optimism or pessimism. Pennick makes her first free throw, puts the Bulldogs ahead, 42-41.
Half empty or half full. The first shot is half full for Pennick, and the second is too.
One finds nothing but cotton. 2:55 left in the game. Bedford on top, 43-41. Bournemouth, Veluzzi for Merrimack. Looks to Bournemouth on the cut. And she had a chance to make the shot, got fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. And the referee explaining to Emma Kazajanski that she was not straight up on the play. Therefore, he is calling the foul on Kazajanski. That's her first.
Yeah, again, I'm not close enough to the play. I'm not sure if Kazajanski had got a bit of the arm. I think Emma was trying to plead her case that she got a lot of the ball, but apparently the referee thought she got a lot of the arm too. Bournemouth's shot from the line is too strong on the front end.
I will say if you're an official and you have a rationale for why you made the call and you can explain that, it's far easier to stomach than because I said so.
Right.
Same thing goes if you're a parent, I guess. Bournemouth misses the first, makes the second. 43-42 Bedford. 2:45 left here in the game. Stein hustles into the front court. Gets it to Mumpini up top. Safia dribbling with the right hand. And she went up and she came back down. And nothing happened in between. So a travel called on Safia. 2:37 left in the game. And Merrimack trailing Bedford 43-42.
I'm not sure I saw her actually come off the ground, but they do call the travel, and the Tomahawks take over.
I was surprised for a brief second that it wasn't called, and then it was. Veluzzi into the lane, misses the shot. Kazajanski, the rebound for Bedford, and dribbling quickly into the front court. Gets it over to Pennick on the near side, but they say she was fouled on the ground, and she will shoot a 1-and-1. Well, Kazajanski in this, one of those that it is a critical 1-and-1. You got to make the front end of it.
And Kazajanski steps to the line with confidence.
rattles in and out, so Kazajanski misses that one. And the Bulldogs cling to a 1-point lead, 43-42. Floater in the lane, Madison McCaffrey is good. Puts Merrimack up 44-43. We have not kept track of lead changes, but there have been several in this game. Stein with the ball for Bedford, chasing one. Trailing 44-43, 1:55 left in the game. And Kazajanski is tripped and winds up on the floor. The foul assessed there on Lexi Best. That is her third. And she'll be shooting 1-1.
Another chance for Kazajanski on the front end of 1-1.
First one made, and that is a big one. Ties up the game, 44 apiece.
Jim's pretty quiet right now, Lauren.
Yeah, I'm surprised. None of the Merrimack fans making any noise. Bedford, Kazajanski converts the second shot. Bedford goes up 45-44.
Felt like we were watching a really important putt at Augusta right there.
Somebody holding up the quiet please sign.
Yeah.
The interesting to note, we did a game, Bedford Wyndham, not long ago, and it was one of those games that felt a lot closer than it was. Simply because Wyndham was not making shots. They were really struggling. And as a result, Bedford had this lead, but Wyndham didn't play badly in that game. They just didn't make shots. Today is sort of the same thing for Bedford. And I would hate to look at a chart of what shooting percentage looks like or makes and misses, because there are a lot of misses right in the paint.
Yeah, and I appreciate that distinction too. You take the makes and misses from outside the paint in with a grain of salt, right? You take those in stride. You're going to hit some threes, you're going to miss some threes. You're going to hit some mid-range jumpers, you're going to miss some. But in the paint, you have to expect that percentage to go up exponentially. Tonight, it has not. They've missed quite a few of their putback offensive rebounds. A lot of shots in the lane that you normally see go in for this team have not. So we find themselves in this situation clinging to a 1-point lead with 1:50 to go here in the game.
Maluzzi dribbling into the front court, guarded by Lila Stein. Now looks back up top to McCaffrey, but the pass out of the reach of McCaffrey. McCaffrey a little bit surprised either that the ball was coming for her or that there was nobody behind her to receive that pass. But either way, a bit of miscommunication, and the Bulldogs trying to extend this 1-point lead, 1:35 left in the game.
Yeah, Veluzzi, I think, made that pass just a touch too early. McCaffrey wasn't ready for it.
Pennick over to Kazajanski, jumper long, rebound. Mumpini gets a pass over to Kazajanski, but they say that Safio is fouled, and the foul called there on Lexi Best. That'll be her fourth, and Safio will go to the line and shoot two. They're now in the double bonus.
Yeah, 4 for number 4, and 13 will go for the line here as she gets that double bonus opportunity. Front end is short.
Bedford has, here in the fourth quarter, made 4 of 9 from the line, or 4 of 8, I should say, now 4 of 9. I apologize for any hex that I put on Safia. Bedford on top, 45-44. Lila Stein, a J, no good. Stein fights for her own rebound. Still 45-44. Kazajanski, 3 from up top is good. And that makes it 48-44 Bulldogs.
Huge shot by Kazajanski there. Great rebounds by Lila Stein getting the second opportunity, but Kazajanski knocks it down, and wow.
Nice D by Emma there, and fighting for the ball, Safia Mumpini gets it to Kazajanski, and Merrimack trying to foul, but Bedford's got to get that ball into the front court, and they can't do it. Kevin Gibbs finally calls a timeout, trying to avoid that violation.
Man, I'm not sure if you caught this, but on that last play, I believe it was Veluzzi, took it real strong to the basket. A Bedford defender fell down underneath it. The referee, I'm not sure if you remember this, when you used to give somebody a high five sign and then said psych and put your hand behind your head. He had his hand behind his head. He was ready to call the charge and didn't blow his whistle.
I didn't see that. I was busy watching Kazajanski on the floor try to collect herself and figure out how many bodies were going to be down there at the same time. For Bedford, this is the largest lead that they have had in this game since it was 8-4.
Wow. Great
Yes.
statistic right there.
It's weird. A strange one, but I guess if you want to lead, it may as well be with 45.6 seconds left.
Sure, that's the time to have a 4-point lead and
Bulldogs.
possession of the ball.
Bulldogs on top, 48-44. Brian Duggan, the Merrimack head coach, pacing nervously along the sideline. He may wear a path between the scorer's table and the bench.
And great awareness by Coach Gibbs there, too. He saw that Stein was getting double and triple teamed in the backcourt. Very close to a 10-second violation, calls timeout to retain the possession.
What you also prefer, though, is for your players to be aware of that as well and somebody to help her out, because certainly there are players that are open in that situation to help out the young freshman. Mumpini to inbound, gets it to Lila Stein, guarded closely by Sadwani, and Stein just trying to get rid of the ball, and she misses her intended target, Mumpini, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Merrimack ball, 40.6 left in the game.
She got in a tough spot. They came and double-teamed her, and nobody really came to help her. So Mumpini was there, but you need some other folks coming back into the backcourt to help Stein with that ball-handling duty.
That is a fact. 48-44 Bedford, 33 seconds left here in the game. McCaffrey with the ball on the near side, gets it to Veluzzi up top. Veluzzi thought she had McCaffrey heading to the corner and led her there, but McCaffrey did not go there. And it's Bedford ball the other way, 48-44. For those of us who are listening on the radio, paint a picture for you, Bedford is going left to right along your radio dial. And of course, Merrimack is going right to left as we stand.
Man, there are no more radio dials.
There are radio dials.
Get out of here.
Think about it. You paint the picture and you visualize. If you're watching the game or if you're listening to the game in the car, you can see the little players in your head. Or is it just me?
Might
Bulldogs,
just be you.
It probably is just me. Bulldogs on top, 48-44, 27.2 left in the game. And for Merrimack, they will still be in the full court press. They have shown energy to an impressive level tonight. They really have not stopped at any point in the game. The cooler says Powerade, but there may be Red Bull in it.
Ooh, okay. Coach Gibbs takes a timeout here too, resets his offense. Of course, we're going to see full court pressure here. I imagine he might send somebody long. He wants to have the ball in a good free throw shooter's hands in the inbound here.
Heading
Mumpini.
Somewhere is Kazajansky. Kazajansky to Mumpini. 20 seconds left. Mumpini over to Allard on the far side. Allard guarded by Bournemouth and is fouled.
Ooh,
and
we're
they
going to
call
get a
it
travel. Wow.
I do not know how it was possible that she traveled before she was fouled, seeing as how that's what they were trying to do.
Definitely got whacked on the arm, but
so this
referee
one
saw it differently.
Made more exciting by that. 48-44 Bedford, 10 seconds left in the game. Merrimack's got to hurry, man. Entry pass to Bournemouth. She can't handle it. She travels. It'll be Bedford ball underneath their own hoop. 9.1 left in the game, leading by 4.
Heart rate levels are up.
Ay, Dios mío. Mumpini to inbound, finds Kazajansky again. Emma over to Kate Allard. Clock ticking, 5 seconds. And
we're going to get an intentional foul. Push from behind on Alexis Best. That's her 5th foul. And she will be done. And they are calling it an intentional foul. So Kate Allard will go to the line, shoot 2, and the Bulldogs will get the ball back.
I didn't see anything there that I would consider to be that egregious. She was with the ball. She was heading to the hoop.
I think they saw Alexis Best just chasing her from all the way in the backcourt and giving it a shove from behind. So I agree with you. It seemed like maybe just a foul in the course of play, but they do call it an intentional foul. Kate Allard's first is good. She has 15 now.
Bedford up 5, 4 seconds left in the game, and the freshman with ice water in her veins makes them both. Makes it 50-44 Bedford, 4 seconds left, and Bedford gets the ball here, and this is academic at this point.
Well, Coach Gibbs takes the timeout and wants to talk through how to get this ball inbounds. There was quite a collision there, too, as Best chased Allard down from behind. She nudged her, and, well, I guess more than a nudge in the referee's opinion, and she smashed into Kaylee Bournemouth. So there was a big heap on the ground at the end of that play, and the referee didn't like the looks of it from all the way back here in the backcourt.
I think you just gave away what your opinion of that foul call was. You can read the tea leaves in that one and figure it out there. Bedford on top 50-44.
Did I say nudge?
I was, well, also the fact that the call was made from all the way back here may have given you away.
Yeah.
I will say, having committed many intentional fouls in my illustrious basketball career, like, that's like getting 20 years in jail for stealing a burrito from a 7-Eleven.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me how many times you did that, but
Yeah.
but
No.
But yeah, you would think you'd get your money's worth for getting an intentional foul.
Yep.
And I don't think Alexis did.
Nope.
But
So, and
she comes to the sideline. Actually, she's getting some attention from the trainer, so we do hope that she's okay as the Bulldogs run it out.
Bedford inbounds the ball. Kazajanski has it, and that'll do it. A 50-44 win here for Bedford, and a hard-fought 50-44 win. That's truly the only way to describe this one.
Kudos to the Tomahawks coming in here, 7-6 record. You might have thought that it was going to be a lopsided game here, but I'm very impressed by the Tomahawks, their level of fight and hustle and their athletic play throughout the game.